When you were a kid, the first anime you watched on TV was probably Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, Bleach, or One Piece. For most people who watch these shows, they never became a weeb because of it. Some people did, but most didn't. They probably just got addicted to one of these shows for a little while and got over it. And that was me. The first anime that I watched was Naruto. I was obsessed with that show, and still one of my favorite anime till this day. I remember coming home from school hating it, being super tired and bored. Naruto was my scapegoat. Watching the show was like escaping reality for me, even if it's just for a little while. After watching an episode of Naruto, I would be happy and excited again. I would rewatch this show over and over again. Just seeing the world of Naruto, his dreams of becoming Hokage, the epic fight scenes, the bond between Team 7, the talk no jutsu, and Sasuke's edginess, I love all of it. I even tried to do the Rasengan in real life, and even Ninja Run. But with all this, I didn't actually become a weeb until later on. And at some point, I just stopped watching Naruto. So skip to about 7 years later, and at this time, I was a normal person still. I wasn't a weeb yet, but one day I was bored and exhausted. I wanted to escape the real world, and I was pretty lonely at the time. So I was like, you know what? Let's try watching that Naruto show again. Maybe it will give me that excitement back, and it'll help me escape real life, even if it's just for a little bit. And I can remember it was dark at night. I was tired, but I couldn't sleep. So I went on my device, I started browsing the internet to find Naruto to watch. And the first site that I found was Crunchyroll. I didn't even know that Naruto was an anime at the time. I've always thought it was a cartoon, but a really good one. And when I click on the site, the first thing that I realized is that these shows are called anime, not cartoons. And I wasn't really interested in any of the shows that was popping up at the time, besides Naruto of course. So I watched Naruto, but at the time I was broke and I couldn't afford a subscription for Crunchyroll. So ads were popping up every time I picked my nose. And I was also not feeling it with Naruto. Sure, I did enjoy rewatching it for a million times, but I didn't have that same excitement as before. And at some point I couldn't take the ads anymore, so I just stopped watching. However, before I click off the site as a whole, I went back and saved this show on my watch it later list. I used to have this notepad list of shows that I would watch later on, and the show was called Sword Art Online. But it wasn't the first season, it was the second season. And at the time, SAO was still really popular. Even to this day, SAO is still very popular. And season 2 was airing at the time, so it was on the front page of the site. And the reason why I saved this show, because at the time I didn't even want to watch it. I just thought that the girl on the cover was cute. And no, I'm not talking about this one, I'm talking about this one. Let's just be real, female Kirito was kind of bad. But once I saved SAO into my list, for some reason I didn't watch it. So skip to about 10 months later. I think this was in the summertime. I was lonely and bored and had a lot of free time, and I decided, you know what, let me just try to watch this SAO show, because why not? I had nothing to do at the time anyways. But I didn't start in season 2. I actually found out that there was a season 1, because just a little research on Google would tell you. So I decided to watch it, but this time I didn't use Crunchyroll, I used Kiss Anime, because I didn't want the ads to ruin my experience. At first I actually thought that this site was a virus, but then later I realized I'm using a free service. Of course there's gonna be ads on it, plus the site didn't have as much ads as Crunchyroll anyways. When Kirito plugged his wire in, puts on his helmet, and enters the world of Aincrad, that was when I think my weeb journey had started. Just the way that they make this show was so unique and cool to me at the time. The feeling that I had while watching Naruto light up in me again, but this time it was double. Like a guy who's playing a video game, and if he dies in the game, he dies in real life. And that just blew my mind at the time. I don't know why, but that just freaking blew my mind at the time. This was the first anime I have watched outside of Naruto, and blew my mind on how creative this show can be. I just love seeing Kirito, this super overpowered solo beater edgy guy, being absolutely broken. Watching how colorful the world Aincrad is, Kirito meeting his first love, to seeing her dying, to him getting a new weapon, to him soloing a boss, to him getting lit, was just super entertaining to me at the time, and still is now probably. Let's just be real here, I love Power Fantasy trash. I watched all of SAO in like a day and a half, and I'm talking about the first season, which is 25 episodes, and the second season. I will watch and read Naruto for 8 hours straight every day, but for SAO I went way over that. After finishing SAO, that was when the anime addiction really kicked in for me. I wanted to know a lot more about anime in general and its communities. I found out about a site called My Anime List, and I could remember a time where I would do nothing but wake up, go on Mal, find the next anime to watch, then watch anime for 10 hours straight. And I would just wake up and just do the same thing again and again. I was consuming anime at a rate that I don't think I can ever do again. Whatever show that I liked, I would watch it. And at some point I didn't even have to like the show, I would just watch the show. It didn't matter if it was a shonen anime, rom-com anime, whatever. If I enjoyed it, I would watch it. And this routine, I'm not gonna lie, kind of messed me up as a person. Even to this day, I would have trouble with a few psychological things because of it. I even sometimes had trouble talking to regular people because of it. I mean, when you stay inside all day, glued into the screen, watching cute anime girls acting like yanderes or tsunderes, plus seeing these OP edgy main character talking, plus seeing these rom-com high school guys acting like an outcast, and all of a sudden he gets a harem, would at least change a person, even if it's just for a little bit. Also, I know there are kids who like anime that are watching my channel right now, and here's my advice to you younger weebs. Don't try to act like Sasuke or any of these edgy high school anime guys are. alright? I had a phase where I acted like that for 3 hours, and I regret it ever since. It was 3 hours, but it was one of the longest 3 hours of my life. It's not cool to act like that, and you will most likely not succeed in life, let alone making a friend. But anyways, after watching anime all day for a decent amount of time, I discovered a thing called gacha games. I think this is when it really all went downhill for me. I can remember the first ever gacha game that I played, it was Dokkan Battle. And man, I was obsessed with this game. I would play this game non-stop, and combine that with watching anime for like 8 hours a day, I would have no life outside these two things. However, as time goes on, I tend to lean more towards the anime watching side of things, because at some point, I don't know what it is. Maybe I just grew out of it, but I've gotten bored of gacha game in general. I wasn't really worried if I didn't get the newest character. If I couldn't get the newest character from the game, I wouldn't drop money just to get it. But I did still play a decent amount of gacha games though, because I still had the anime addiction. I can't remember when I discovered Hunter x Hunter for the first time. I would watch this show all day, all night. And even to this day, Hunter x Hunter I think is still one of the greatest shonen anime of all time. But when I found out about this anime, I was hooked into this world. I wanted to know where Gon's dad is. I wanted to see Gon going on this adventure with his friends. Watching this anime was like watching Naruto all over again for me. But instead of 8 hours, I would spend at least 13 hours. Even when I catch up to the latest episode, I would rewatch it. At some point in time, I don't remember when it was exactly, but I was watching an anime called Your Lie in April at the time. And in the middle of watching the show, I finally had realized that anime kind of destroyed me mentally. I barely talked to anyone. I didn't do anything with my life besides being in the Weeb culture, aka playing gacha games and watching anime all day, plus watching anime reviews on YouTube. So when I realized I was addicted, I was a little disappointed in myself, and I looked back on it, and it all started because of this baddie right here. So I decided I wasn't gonna do anything Weeb related for a whole day. So I closed my device, and let me tell you, that was one of the most boringest and hardest days of my life. From just 10.5 months straight of just being a Weeb, watching anime, playing gacha games all day, to not doing it for the whole day was so difficult to get through. And I could notice the after effects of just doing these things for almost a whole year. I had developed a lot of problems. Talking to people in general was just a big one. So I barely had anyone to talk to as it is, and now it's even harder for me to even talk to people. I will also notice that I have developed an undisciplined mindset, and I could not focus on anything for too long. SAO really turned me into a weeb, and I won't just blame this anime only, because I made the choice. I made the choice to watch it at the end of the day. But hey, I'm still gonna put in the thumbnail anyways for clickbait. But seriously though, eventually after a while, the addiction stopped for me. It's not that I didn't like anime or weeb cultures in general. It was just that I had to start disciplining myself not to watch anime and playing gacha games all day. And once I got over this addiction, sometimes I would ask myself if I regretted all my moment of being a weeb. This question has been on my mind for like a while now. I just couldn't come up with a yes or no. But I think today I have finally come up with the answer, because that's why I'm making this video. And my answer is no, I did not regret every moment of me being a weeb. Sure, I did destroy my life in some sort of way, and also my mental health, but the experience that I had watching these shows were great. It allowed me to escape the real world even when I was a little kid. I never thought that the real world was that great anyways, and the little me was kind of right. In 2020, people are fighting over toilet papers. Anime and gacha games made me lonely, but I was never a really popular person to begin with. Watching anime and playing gacha game allowed me to create this YouTube channel actually, and that allowed me to actually have an outlet to talk about these things to people, even if you guys are just random stranger on the internet. I started this channel playing gacha games, and even though I have completely stopped, I still enjoy the experience a lot, even though it's just me tapping on my device all day. If I didn't get addicted to the weeb culture, I don't think I would have created this YouTube channel, and this channel basically means the world to me. Even though I get no viewers, it's alright, because I actually have a place where I can talk about things that I actually like. As much as I like to be negative towards the anime community on my channel, I still really like this community overall. I love just seeing power scaling discussions and which character can beat which. If I didn't watch SAO, I would have not discovered something that I like. I would probably still be a very bored person right now. Sure, being addicted to the weeb culture has made me a more lonelier and weirder person, but it's better than just me being a normal person and not finding something that I like. And when I really think back on it, if I hadn't watched a lot of anime, I would have not been open to trying new things. It's not like the only thing that watching anime and playing gacha games did was destroy me as a person. I actually came out learning a lot of things, and right now I'm not even addicted to the weeb culture as much as before. I've learned to control it. I completely stopped playing gacha games a while back because I just didn't enjoy it anymore. I even got bored of anime at one point. I decided to take a long break from it. I still enjoy anime and weeb stuff in general, but I'm not addicted to it as much as I was before. The only time I would pull 10-hour sessions of watching anime and reading manga is most likely for a video, and it's worth it honestly because I enjoy making videos. So overall, I think me deciding to watch SAO was probably one of the best things that has ever happened to me. It kind of messed me up as a person, but it also made me learn not to spend any money on gacha games or dumb stuff in general. It also taught me to save and invest. I also learned a lot more things about life. I'm way more open-minded to different cultures and things because of it. But the most important thing I've learned and discovered from my weeb journey is that Kirito be looking bad AF. But seriously though, this is my weeb journey so far, and it really all started with SAO. I know Naruto was my first anime that I watched, but come on, these 4 animes don't really count. And plus, Naruto didn't turn me into a weeb, SAO did. SAO made me watch more anime. So yeah, that's my weeb journey so far. I don't know what's gonna happen in in the future with my Weeb journey. Who knows, I might stop watching anime in general, but for now I really enjoyed it still. I'm really open to try out different things too, like manga. Just from seeing Solo Leveling, I loved it. But whatever happens in the future, I'll probably still like Weeb stuff because, you know, my channel is dedicated on it. But yeah, if you enjoyed, like and sub later. Is it just me or Kirito from season 2 be looking good? No, it's just me. Okay, I'ma head out.